I've just been to Lawson to get some Inari Zushi. Inari Zushi, or Inari Sushi as it's sometimes called, is a very traditional Japanese dish. It's one of those soul foods that everybody knows. It appears at all the parties and everything. So it's sushi rice, which is enclosed in like a tofu pocket. And the tofu is called aburaage, which is deep fried tofu. So the history and the cultural significance of this particular food is very deeply entwined with folklore and religion. Inari Zushi are named after Inari, the Shinto god of rice, fertility and prosperity. Now, Inari is often depicted with foxes, which are considered to be the deity's messengers. The pouches of Inari Zushi are supposed to resemble the ears of foxes, which is why if you go to any of the Inari shrines, which are all over Japan, you'll often find statues of foxes guarding the actual shrine itself. Historically, this kind of food was prepared as an offering to the Shinto shrines, which were dedicated to the god of Inari. So by placing them on the altar and praying, it was supposed to, or it still is, supposed to bring good fortune and blessings because this type of food is strongly associated with that god. In the Edo period from 1603 to 1868, this food became very popular as a street food. So people really latched onto it, and it was easy, it was convenient. You could buy it in the shops and take it home with you. You didn't have to do any cooking. So yeah, it's grown in popularity, and now you can find it in convenience stores like this one here, but you can also find it in like really high-end Inari shops, which you can often find next to the big Inari shrines. So if you're looking to try them out, try the ones which are near the big shrines, especially the big one in Kyoto. A very good example of this is in Fushimi Inari Shrine in Kyoto. So if you look carefully, when you go up the steps to the shrine itself, you can see a pair of foxes guarding either side. So let's go in for a closer look. So as you can see, it's a very simple food, but one of those classics. So let me just open this up to give you a look at it again. The ones which I've got, yep, it comes in a little paper box here. And you can see there's 3 in there. And they're nicely lined up, so smells really good. I can smell the dashi, which is the broth which they've been soaking in. So let me tell you a little bit about actually what is giving them the flavor, because it's a very special flavor. So the aburaage pouches are typically simmered in a sweet savory mixture of soy sauce, sugar and mirin. And this gives them a richer flavor. So the sushi inside can be plain or mixed with ingredients like sesame seeds, vegetables or seafood. So these are just plain ones. The standard ones are usually just plain, but you can get lots of different fancy ones all over the place. You can get them with meat inside, beans inside, all kinds of stuff. So I've been blethering on there for quite a long time, so now I'm going to actually get into the taste test. Sorry to keep you waiting. Okay, now, so they're actually quite heavy. They don't look like much, but they're really quite heavy. So a lot of people use chopsticks to eat them because it's actually kind of wet and moist, the exterior, the little pouch part. But I'm just going to go straight in with my fingers today. And there we go. So you can see, it looks like this. It's actually not closed, it's actually open. So if you do open it up, you can see, you know, it's completely open. They just kind of fold over, and so it smells delicious. It just smells like, I don't know, it smells very warming. It's very kind of like mum's cooking, even though my mum never made any of these. She was quite good at making beans and toast, but okay, let's try some. So they're very sweet. You're probably surprised by how sweet they are because of the mirin and the sugar and the dashi that the fried tofu has been soaked in. Makes them surprisingly sweet. So the rice, which is sushi rice, is of course containing some vinegar. So the vinegared rice, which is sushi rice, and the sweet, kind of salty, the dashi, the umami, it all comes together. The vinegariness, kind of the acidicness, and the sweetness and the saltiness all come together to make it very kind of a, I don't know, a very warming flavour. Even though they're not warm, it gives you a warm heart. What am I talking about? Let's try some more. So it's one of those foods, they're very Moorish. You have one, you want to have another one, then you want to have another one. I know it's just the combination of the vinegar, the sugar, the salt. It makes you, it really gives you an appetite. So if you come to Japan in the summertime or it's really, really hot and you're like absolutely knackered, you're walking around, you're sweating, go into the convenience store, get a packet of these. The saltiness, the sweetness will give you a little energy boost. So I don't know, even if you're not feeling all that hungry, if you try some of these, they will definitely give you a bit of an appetite because you know, it's just one of those things. So I can see it in the box here. You can see, I don't know if you can see the kind of juice is kind of collected in the bottom here. So that just goes to show you how juicy they actually are. So I've tried a lot of different ones, a lot of different Inari Zushi in my time in Japan. I've been in Japan now for how many years? 26 years I've been living in Japan now. And I've tried lots of different ones. So these ones from Lawson, I mean, these are really good. They're very good quality, like from a convenience store. They're really, really, you know, they're up there. They're up there. Let's try some more. So I'm going to give these a rating of 4 stars. I just wanted them to be a tiny bit bigger, but for the price and for this package, you're getting 3 in the package. It's not so bad value for money. Just, you know, as I always say, I'm a bit of a greedy gut, so I wanted a tiny bit more. But yeah, so there we go. So that's Inari Zushi. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.